What is the criminalization of homelessness?
Um, the criminalization of homelessness, it tends to be a perspective of equating the poverty of homelessness with something delinquent or deviant or criminal. So we've seen this time and time again with municipal legislation, particular city bylaws, where it seems to be an attack on an individual who has nowhere to go. I've always argued that, people living on the streets are living their private lives in public spaces. And yes, those public spaces are for everybody, but there seems to be sometimes the enactment of municipal, provincial laws that really target people who have absolutely nowhere else to go. So you see, for example, park benches that used to be, you could lie on them, now have a middle arm so that it breaks up people, being a little bit more comfortable. Or tent cities that, a tent that emerges in a park that's taken away the next day. We're fighting here in Halifax, um, the cleaning of these kind of crisis shacks that have been built around the city, and this municipality wants to take them out. And we're kind of arguing that the only time you should be taking those out, especially when you're in a pandemic, is when there's actually an option, a sustainable option on the other end. And actually, the municipality has agreed. So we put out a couple press conferences and press releases last week, and actually, the municipality has stopped the taking away of those. So it's this idea of kind of seeing homelessness rather than a space of houselessness, as for some reason a criminal activity. I'm writing actually about this a little bit in around the pandemic dynamic because, when everybody was told to stay home, uh, the only people on the streets were those who didn't have any place else to go, and they were almost at first kind of looked upon really deviantly, like you shouldn't be here. You get, go back home. And until I think civil society understood that there's a population that has nowhere else to go.
Oh.
Right. Stay home only works if you have a home.
Right.